The moment you say your sales are slow, everyone's go-to advice is, you need to run ads. And yeah, there are a ton of videos showing insane results running ads and making it look very tempting. But here's the real question. Should you jump into them right now? Probably not. Not until you at least watch this video. I'm going to break down exactly what you need to know before spending a single dime. And trust me, this will save you time, money, and frustration. So stick around, because this might just change how you approach ads forever. Ads are incredibly powerful, and I personally spend a lot of money on ads each year. My current ROI is 12 to 1, which means for every single dollar I spend, I get about $12 back, which is decent. But here's the thing, that wasn't always the case. When I first started, I was lucky to break even, and I want to help you skip that headache so you start off winning right away instead of spending endless amounts of money. So here's the deal, and this is super important. If you're not sure what you're doing, or if your listings aren't optimized, then your ROI will probably tank, and you can even go into the negative. So after this, make sure you check out my other videos. It's important to know how to display your listings for success. Now let's talk about the pros and cons of ads. We're going to start off with Etsy first. Etsy ads are by far the easiest way to run ads, especially since they're built right into the platform. The fees are taken directly from your funds, making this super convenient. Etsy also has a ton of data on exactly who your customers are. Well, kind of. They have a good idea. We'll talk about that in just a moment. Either way, your ads are displayed directly on the platform, allowing shoppers to see them as they browse. And they're listed multiple times throughout different pages, giving you the opportunity to sell to more people. Now, one of the biggest benefits over other ads is that you can track your ROI and see what keywords people use to find your products. Now, all of this sounds great, but not so fast. There is a downside. Etsy only pushes listings to people searching with the keywords you provided. So if your keywords aren't perfectly targeting your audience, then you're going to get a lot of irrelevant clicks. For example, if you're selling a birthday shirt and use the keyword shirt over and over, then that listing may show up when somebody looks for a raccoon shirt, and that's going to likely not convert to a sale. This unfortunately is one of the downfalls of Etsy ads. They base everything off their keywords. Also, Etsy has its own algorithm in deciding which items they promote. Even if you want them to push a specific product, they'll prioritize the ones they think are going to perform best. If your ad gets a ton of views, but doesn't get any sales, then Etsy will eventually stop promoting it, which will limit your visibility and your exposure. This is why having a fully optimized listing is crucial before running any kind of ad, because after all, you don't want to throw money away. Now let's talk about Meta, also known as Facebook and Instagram. Personally, I rely heavily on Facebook ads, especially since they give you far more control. With Facebook, you can choose exactly which products you want to advertise, and even test them with multiple versions of the same listing. This allows you to see what works best. Not to mention, you can target your audience with incredible precision. Facebook knows everything about everyone, even down to your best friend. Either they're having a baby, or maybe they have a birthday coming up. They even know how much you make. It's crazy the amount of data that they have. Plus, as more people engage with your ad, Facebook refines your audience, ensuring your ads are shown to those most likely to click or buy. And since Meta owns Facebook and Instagram, your ads can be published on both platforms for double the exposure. But there are some downsides. One, you'll need a Meta account to run ads. While this really isn't a con, it's important to note that you should set up a business account instead of using your personal one. This ensures your personal account will not be affected if you ever run into any issues while running ads. Now, one big change is that your ads will not be displayed on those platforms. They will be displayed on Facebook and Instagram, not Etsy. Well, it's not really a deal breaker. It just means that your listing has to be compelling. They need to look good enough to convert clicks into sales without relying on Etsy's platform to showcase your products. You'll also need a payment method like a credit card or bank account linked to your Meta account to cover the ad spend. They typically take out money every week and sometimes bi-weekly, so make sure to always have an active card on file. Also, don't forget to review Facebook's advertising policies to avoid any violations. Their policies are a lot different than Etsy, and if your account gets suspended, it's a lot of back and forth to try to get that to be reactivated. Now, one of the biggest cons about Meta ads is the FB Pixel. Unfortunately, Etsy does not allow Facebook's Pixel to be integrated into their platform. The FB Pixel allows you to track customers. It allows you to see where they go, what they click on, and if it converts to a sale. Now, without this, you can't see where they click or if it converts to a sale, which means that you have to do a lot of digging into the data manually to figure this out. And that is a huge downfall. Now let's talk about Pinterest. This platform is a fantastic option, but it's not for everyone. Pinterest caters to a younger demographic. So if your products are more for older people, it may not be the best place. However, the cost of advertising on Pinterest is significantly lower, and the platform's users are often actively searching for specific items, which means when they find your product, it's likely exactly what they were looking for. Pinterest also allows you to create boards and pins. This allows you to showcase your products in a way that encourages engagement. Users can pin your items to their own boards, or they can follow your board, and they'll be notified when you add a new pin. This all allows you to share with an even wider audience. However, Pinterest, like the others, has its challenges. Many users go there for inspiration rather than to make an immediate purchase. So clicks and pins don't always lead to sales. Also, while Pinterest offers analytics and it shows you who's interacting and the demographic, again, there's no way to directly track if those clicks turn into purchases, which is exactly the downfall of Facebook as well. So should you run ads? The answer depends on whether you're truly ready. Ads are not a magic solution. They amplify what's already working. If your listings aren't optimized or your targeting is off, ads aren't going to save the day. But when done right, they can transform your business. So start small, test your strategies, and scale up as you learn what works. Remember, your business success is not a race, it's a marathon. So don't rush into things without being fully ready. If you have any questions, please leave me a comment below. You know I love to hear from you. And thank you so much for watching. I'll talk to you soon.